Overthinking and anxious thoughts can literally ruin your life. I used to be a huge overthinker. I used to think that this is going to happen, this person thinks this about me. All these thoughts would go through my head and I would actually manifest those situations even though they were never meant to happen. Or I would manifest a person being angry at me even though that was never the case in the first place. Because in my head, I had already made that situation up when it was never going to happen. Overthinking can even lead to such serious consequences. I learned how to stop overthinking, how to trust life, and I'm gonna show you guys how you can do the same thing in this video. Hi guys, my name is Liz and welcome back to my channel. First thing I need you to realize is no one knows you. Different versions of you exist in everyone's head. See, someone can look at my videos and think, wow, that girl saved my life. She's amazing. Another person can look at me and think, I hate her. She ruined me. I completely feel so lost because of her. Why? Because they had a different perception of me when they were listening to me. I'm the same person, but people have different experiences with me. It's the same way with other people. Like, for example, imagine your mother, right? If I ask you right now, oh, how is your mother? You will give me an answer, oh, she's like this, whatever, right? But then I ask your sibling, how is your mother? Maybe they had a completely different experience with her and they have a completely different perception of her. But then who is your mother? Who is she? You don't know, I don't know, and your sibling doesn't know. Maybe your mother doesn't even know who she is herself. That's why I think it's very foolish to think of like, oh, why did they do that? I would have never expected them to do that. Oh, why didn't that job hire me? I didn't expect that. You didn't know them. You didn't know that person. You had a perception of them in your head, but that perception is not them. That's your experience with that person. That is not that person. That is not that interviewer, that job interviewer that wanted to hire you. Maybe you thought, oh, I thought they liked me, but they in their head had completely different experience with you. Start to understand that nobody knows you and you don't know anyone. We only have perceptions of other people. So in that way, you won't overthink situations. You can accept that, hey, listen, even though I might have thought I did a great job, that other person didn't have a great experience with me, and that's okay. Another thing is voice your thoughts in the moment. So my sister said this to me recently. She said, Liz, the one thing that I admire about you the most is the fact that whenever you say something or whenever you think something in the moment, you voice it, you say it. Like if something hurt me in the moment, I will say it. Oh, I didn't like that. I'm not really like, I don't make a scene about it. I'm also a very chill person. I don't get offended easily. But if I didn't like something, I'll tell you in the moment, I didn't like that. Please don't do that. This is also how resentment gets created. And then you become the kind of person you're always angry at like minor things because you didn't voice your opinion when you were mistreated. You neglected yourself back then. So now all those emotions will come up for the minimum thing, right? The reason why I always voice my thoughts in the moment and what I think is because I cannot afford to let my brain be filled with unnecessary thoughts. I need this to be free, not only for my job, but also just for life and to have a peace of mind. I want to go to bed at night not thinking about these things anymore. If I tell you in the moment I didn't like that and we can resolve it right then and there, I'm happy. I don't go to bed with fights, anger, or resentment because I cannot afford that. If you feel triggered by something or offended, just say that to the person that offended you or triggered you, like, hey, this is a trigger for me. Hey, this offended me. There's nothing wrong in voicing your opinion. Another thing you can also do is journal about it before you go to bed, like the situation, journal, write it down, whatever. But make sure that it's out of here onto something else. You can even paint, do whatever, create an art piece, something that removes, that makes the emotions and the thoughts in your head move. Another thing you need to realize is where is that trigger or fear coming from? See, overthinking is basically creating situations out of fear. Situations that might never happen, but you are fearful of those situations. Sometimes people overthink, like, for example, a guy didn't text you back fast enough, right? And you start to overthink, oh my God, he doesn't like me. Oh my God, he doesn't want me anymore, this and that. And you overthink and you create this crazy scene in your head, right? And you start to self-sabotage yourself. Where is this coming from? Most likely you have attachment issues. Most likely maybe a parent has left your life in early age and shown you that there was no commitment towards you. So now every single partner you have, you're scared that they're gonna leave you as well. So then you start to overthink, and that's where that fear is coming from. And that the person not replying to you fast enough, that's triggering you into that fear, into overthinking. So when you start overthinking something, even if you have a job, right, and that job didn't hire you, why does that trigger you so much? Why? Where's that coming from? Maybe you feel like, oh, they don't see me. They're not validating me the way I wish they would validate me. This is making me feel less about myself. I want to feel worthy. These are all triggers. Like, look at the base, what is behind the reason that you're overthinking everything. Another thing is look at facts instead of feelings. See, when we are overthinking, we are acting out of feelings, right? We're acting out of triggers, we're acting out of fear. But look at the facts. That person probably busy. That's why he's not answering you right now. He's not gonna leave you. That's a fact. That job, they didn't hire you because maybe they just found someone better. You were just not good enough for that position. Does that mean you're not good enough in life, or you will not get a better opportunity? No, that's also a fact. Like, when those thoughts come up, you have to ask yourself, okay, this thought that I have right now, that I feel like they're gonna abandon me, that I feel like I was not worthy because of that job didn't hire me, is that true? Ask yourself, is this what I'm thinking right now? This thought, is it true? The other thing was, like, every single time, my therapist actually, she taught this to me, a thought would come up that was like negative or bad or whatever, or even if I saw a negative comment, she said, Liz, imagine it like a bubble in your head, like a thought coming up like a bubble, and you're poking it with a needle immediately when it comes. So imagine I saw a bad comment, right? And it came to my head, I start overthinking, poke. I do like poke, like I'm poking it with a needle, and it really helped me. Overthinking will not change the situation. What if does not exist. When you can sit there for hours, for days, overthinking the situation, thinking, oh, this might happen, whatever. But the only thing we have right now is the present moment. What is happening right now is this. Nothing else. You being anxious about what might happen in the future is not real. You might create those situations because of your fear that's manifesting it, or you might actually start looking at solutions instead of the problem. See, we have problems every single day, right? We had bigger problems than this, we had smaller problems than this, but did you not fix them? Are you not still here? Overthinking the situation can only get worse if we allow it to get worse. We can just see there is a problem that arises. All of my successful friends, they do the same thing. Problem comes, we solve it. Okay, well, how can we solve it? How? What can we do? What are the options? Bam, 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 bam. And we look at it. You have to, especially if you're a big overthinker, you have to start thinking quickly in these situations. I've been always in survival mode throughout my childhood. So for me, this comes very easily and very naturally. I'm very good at solving situations under stress. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask for help when you need help. If there's a situation that arises and you feel like, oh my God, I don't know what to do, call someone, ask someone else to connect you with someone else to help you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You're not weak. You're very strong. You're reaching out to people and say, hey, listen, I can't handle this on my own. You know how much courage that takes? That is incredibly strong. And people will help you. People will help you. I've been helped so many times by so many people that I'm so grateful for. And I could not have been here without those people. So don't be shy to ask for help. The thing is, when you're overthinking, calm yourself down. Either go to sleep. I've noticed when I start overthinking a lot, it's also because I didn't have good enough sleep, or I'm just very tired right now. So then I start overthinking. When I go to sleep, all those thoughts go away. Because sometimes your body just needs rest. And that's why it's like overthinking, thinking weird thoughts, because you're just tired. The thing is, with breathing exercises, my yoga teacher,